Hello, this is Mr. Ramey, school counselor at Tctc, to talk with you about graduation requirements today. I'm hoping to simplify your understanding. 3 easy steps. Step 1, pass the required courses you need to graduate. Step 2 would be to show competency, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then step 3, demonstrate readiness. Again, the permanent requirements require the competency and readiness. There are 2 pieces there. Let's first talk about competency. Next slide. Okay, so for competency, most of you will have competency by passing your Algebra 1 and English Language Arts 2 end of course exams with a score of 684 or higher. As long as you pass both of those exams with a 684 or higher, you will be determined to be competent by the state of Ohio. If you do not have a 684 score or higher on either one of those exams, you have to retest at least once. And then if you still don't have a 684, you can meet competency by one of these alternative requirements. As you can see, the purple one there, ACT or SAT scores, you have to meet the college readiness benchmark scores for those exams. You can take a CCP math or English course to meet competency, or you may enlist in the military. Lacking one of those options, we can go to the career-focused activities. And let's spend a little bit of time on this. So you have to meet 2 career-focused activities to show competency. One can be in the foundational category, one can be in the supporting category, or you can have 2 of them coming out of the foundational category. However, you cannot have 2 supporting career-focused activities. They have to be either 1 foundational or 1 supporting, or 2 foundational. Now, the foundational career-focused activities, those are the ones on the left-hand side there. Proficient web exam score, cumulative. What that means is at the end of each program course that you take some web exams. I believe juniors take 2 web exams, and then seniors take another 2 or 3 web exams depending on their program. So you have to have a cumulative proficient score of proficient or higher on at least 3 of those web exams. So if you have that, you'll have that criteria checked off the box there. The second one would be a 12-point industry recognized credential. Now, this is where you need to ask your program teacher. Most programs at Tctc have 12-point credentials, but some don't. Talk with your program teacher to make sure that your program does have at least a 12-point credential. If you pass those credentials and they equal 12 points or more, you will be able to count that as one of your career-focused activities. And then finally, the last foundational career-focused activity is a pre-apprenticeship or apprenticeship program. Now, those have to be recognized, registered with the state of Ohio. So if you are applying to and have been accepted to an Ohio apprenticeship program, like in the skilled trades for, let's say, electrical or plumbing or pipe fitting, you can use that as one of your career-focused activities. Now, the supporting career-focused activities, the one on the top right-hand side there, Omj Readiness Seal. That is basically an evaluation of your, like your character, your work ethic, your ability to communicate, to collaborate. There are 15 metrics in which you are evaluated on. Now, you need 3 people to sign that form. The first and most important person would be someone who is outside of school. This could be an employer, a supervisor, a mentor, a coach, even someone from a community service organization that you've done work for. You know, someone from outside of school that can basically vouch for you on those metrics. Now, the outside person only needs to vouch for 2 of those metrics. They can evaluate you on 2 of those metrics. The remaining 13 metrics can be done within the school setting, and that would be your program teacher. So then finally, you would bring the form back to me at the end, and then we can issue you the Ohio Means Job Seal. The other career-focused activity is a work-based learning experience of at least 250 hours. For that, you'll need to speak with Mr. Barry about how to get to meet those criteria. And then finally, the last supporting activity is a Work Keys score of 14 or higher. Work Keys is an exam of English, math, and job place readiness. Okay, let's talk about readiness. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are your seals. There are 12 seals from which you can choose. To graduate from high school, you need 2 seals. One can be a state seal, one can be a local seal, or you may choose 2 state seals. The state seals are outlined in red, and then the local seals, those 3 on the right-hand side, those are determined locally, which means your home school or Tctc can issue you those seals. We'll talk about those a little bit more in depth. But just in general right now, the Citizenship Seal, the Science Seal, those are based on your test scores in U.S. history, government, and biology. If you have a 3 or higher on those end of course exams, then you will be determined to earn either the Citizenship or Science Seal. You can also use your grades in U.S. history and government for the Citizenship Seal. If you have an A or B in U.S. history and government, you can earn the Citizenship Seal. The Science Seal, if you have an A or B in an advanced science, you can earn that seal as well. Now, the Technology Seal and the Military Seal, I have those in bold because you can earn those through your program at Tctc. For the Technology Seal, for those of you in Interactive Multimedia, Visual Design, Engineering, Computer Networking, and Web Design, as long as you are proficient and pass your program course with a C or better, and you make sure you do all of your final projects and portfolios, you can earn the Technology Seal. For those of you who are in Air Force Junior ROTC, you can earn the Military Seal through successful participation in a program of 2 years or more, so that would count. Now, the OMJ Seal and the Industry Credential Seal we've already discussed. Then we have the College Readiness Seal, the Honors Diploma, and the Biliteracy Seal. Those are not as often earned, so we won't talk about those as much. But let's move to the local seals. Student engagement, if you are a member of a CTSO and you participate in a regional or higher level competition, you can earn the Student Engagement Seal from Tctc. However, check with your home school. You may already have earned the Student Engagement Seal through participation in athletics or band or choir or some other such extracurricular activity. The Community Service Seal through Tctc, you have to complete 20 hours of community service that is verified by an outside person, and then we can issue you the Community Service Seal. Again, your home school may have similar or lesser requirements. Maybe it's only 10 or 15 hours of community service. Check with your homeschool counselor on the Community Service Seal. And then finally, the Fine and Performing Arts Seal. Tctc cannot issue you that seal. That one you'll have to check with your homeschool counselor. Okay, just as a reminder, next slide please. 1 local seal and 1 state seal, or 2 state seals. You must earn 2 seals total in order to graduate from high school. Okay, so this breaks that down into a little bit more detail. On the left, you have what I'm calling test-based seals. The Citizenship Seal, U.S. History and Government, based on your end of course exams or your grades in U.S. History and Government. The Science Seal, again, based on your end of course exam grade in biology or your grade in an advanced science course. All of your science courses taught at Tctc are considered to be advanced sciences. So as long as you have an A or a B in that course, you will earn the Science Seal. And then, here we are, the scores for the ACT and SAT for the College Ready Seal are indicated right there at the bottom left-hand corner. The middle column, program dependent seals. These are the programs we spoke about. The Technology Seal, those are the Tctc programs in which you can earn that seal from. The ROTC, Military Enlistment Seal, and then at the bottom here, your Industry Credential Seal. Again, speak with your program teacher about those. And then on the right-hand side, those are the 3 local seals, which we've discussed previously. Next slide, please. Okay, and then finally, the OMJ Readiness Seal. I've kind of spelled out the criteria there. Again, you're being evaluated on 15 metrics. 2 of those metrics can be verified from an outside person, the other 13 through school. And those forms I can distribute to those that need them once we review your graduation plans here later this fall. The Honors Diploma is difficult to achieve, especially a Career Technical Honors Diploma. You may have qualified for the Academic Honors Diploma through your home school, but again, that seal is not as well known. But if you have questions on that, please come and see me. We can discuss that. The Seal of Biliteracy, you have to show proficiency in a language other than English through some alternate testing. Next slide, please. Just a couple of things about the OMJ Seal. Again, the outside recommender, the program teacher, and then myself or Mr. Barry. We can verify that for you at the end. Next slide, please. And again, with the Industry Credential Seal, make sure you talk with your program teacher. You might be taking those credentials throughout your program. So that seniors, you may have already earned a few credential points already through your junior year. Again, talk with your program teacher to see what those credentials are and how to earn those. Next slide, please. Just in review, things to keep in mind, 684 scores on English 2 and Algebra 1 equals competency. For most people, that's how you will show competency. The 3 or higher in biology, history, and government will earn you the citizenship and science seals or your grades, A or B. And then finally, your local seals can be issued by us or by your home school. You guys got this, but if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask Mr. Ramey in the guidance office. Thank you.